Today you can follow along for a yoga program that I enjoy to do at home. I'll work a little bit with Uddiyana Bandha to warm up, and then we'll move into some back bends, finishing off with forearm scorpio and handstand scorpio. You can always vary how you like and use props as you need. Start at your mat. And just close the eyes. Relax the arms. Then we'll just open the practice with one long Om. Observe how the breath moves automatically, naturally from within. Come to standing at the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Then we'll start by practicing 3 rounds with Uddiyana Bandha, feeling of vacuuming, sucking the belly button into the spine. We'll combine it with the lion's breath. So we'll inhale, exhale, bend forward, do lion breath. Push into the thighs and suck the belly button to the spine. Add the chin lock, chin to the chest. When you can't hold the breath anymore, remember to relax the belly down and then roll up. One more round, deep inhale. Exhale, lion breath. Push through the arms into the thighs, suck the belly button to the spine. Remember to relax the belly down before you inhale and roll up. The next round, we'll add Agni Sada. So after you vacuum, after you suck the belly button to the spine, you try to pump the belly out like so. So combined it looks like this. I'll do one more round. You can come along. Then bring the feet together at the top of the mat. Palms together. May all living beings enjoy this practice with us through our senses and through our bodies. Reach the arms up. Reach forward and down. Let the neck be loose, top of the head heavy. Step the right foot back. Toes in the floor, knee on the floor, and look up to the ceiling. Step the left foot back. High side plank, palakasana. And then lower down the knees, sit over the heels. Forehead to the ground. Look forward and bring the chest through. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. And then sit over the heels. Forehead to the ground. Move the chest through and look up. One more time. Hips over the heels, forehead to the ground. Look forward, bring the chest through. Then tuck the toes, come up to down dog. Spread the fingers wide. You can walk the heels up and down, massaging the soles of the feet. And then reach the heels down at the same time, and you can add a little rock in the torso. Look forward, step the right foot in between the hands, left knee down, chin away from the chest and look up. Feet together at the top of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring the hands together, come up and then reach up and over. Standing back down, and then hands together at the front of the chest. Reach up. Reach forward and down. Hands in the floor, step the left foot back. Untuck the back toe. Do Kali Mudra with your hands. Only the index finger are released, and reach up and over. Hands back to the floor. Step the right foot back. Side plank over the left hand. Spread the fingers wide, reach up with the right. You can stay here longer or step the right toes behind the left calf. Switch the hips to face the ceiling. Change to the other side. Right hand in the floor, foot on top of foot. Maybe if you want to, step the left foot behind the right calf. Let the hips reach to the ceiling. Bring the left hand back to the floor, feet together, lower down knees, chest and chin. You can stay here, or you can reach the hands forward for puppy pose. Hands back under the shoulders, scoot forward. You can reach the fingertips back for a little more intensity, or interlock the fingers and reach the knuckles up and back. Big toes together, inner thighs together. Then hands onto the shoulders, down dog. Left hand forward. Left foot forward. Untuck the back toe. Palms together. Interlock the fingers except the index finger, Kali Mudra. And then reach up and over, Kapyasana. Squeeze the left buttocks. Push into the left big toe. Hands back to the floor. Step the right foot forward. Palms together, reach up and over. Palms together at the front of the chest. Reach up and over. Reach forward and down. Right foot steps back. Untuck the back toe. Bring the torso up. Hold the left knee with the left hand. Take the right hand and reach it back. See if you can catch the foot. And then you try to rock the heel and buttocks together. Focus on bringing the front of the right hip down to the floor. Gracefully release the back toe back to the floor, step the left foot back. High plank. Now side plank over the right hand. You can stay in the side plank or step the left foot back. Maybe reach the left fingertips to the floor. If you can touch it, you can move in to Dhanurasana, full wheel. To come back, move the weight into the right hand and switch to the left side. Choices to stay in side plank or move the right toe behind. Keep the hips high and then reach the right fingers towards the floor. Maybe tap the floor, maybe land the right hand down. To come back, weight into the left hand. Bring the right hand to the floor, feet together. Lower down the knees, chest and chin. You can stay here with the hands under the shoulders or interlock the hands behind your back and then push the knuckles up and away from your tailbone. Hands back under the shoulders. Good, forward, baby cobra, tuck the toes, down dog. You can rock the torso up and down, see if you can strike the floor with the top of the head. Right foot in between the hands, left knee down, untuck the back toe, bring the torso up. Right hand to right knee for stability. Reach the left hand back. And then think about the front of the left hip moving down to the floor. Then start rocking the heel and buttocks together. Important here to not be up on the kneecap, but really moving forward with the hip. So you're rolling onto the thigh. Let go of the back toe gracefully. Step forward with the left foot, feet together. Palms together. At the front, reach out and up. Palms together at the front of the chest. Reach up. Reach forward and down, forward fold. Left foot back. This time you can choose any variation you'd like. Kapyasana, holding the back foot. Or, if you feel ready, you can also move the toe to the crest of the elbow, holding the hands at the front. Or maybe even holding your hand behind your head. Let go. Release. Bring the hands back to the floor. Step the left foot back. Lower down, chaturanga. Float over the floor, body one piece. Urdhva Mukha, up dog. And Adho Mukha, down dog. Left foot in between the hands. Right knee down, untuck the back toe. Now see, once again you can choose between Kapyasana or just holding the back foot like we did before. The first variation, if you feel ready, try to move the toe into the crest of the elbow. You can hold your own hand at the front of the torso or reach the hand behind the head and see if you can hold your hand. Reach the hands back to the floor. Let go of the back toe gently. Hands under the shoulders. Lower down one piece, chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Up dog and down dog. Now look to your hands. You can step forward one leg at a time, or you can also bend the knees and see if you can come up to a tuck jump and land the feet in between the hands. Now step the feet hip width apart, reach to the front with the top of the head, take your peace sign fingers around the big toes, reach forward and then bend the elbows and come down over your legs. See if the belly and thighs can touch each other. Reach the shoulders away from the ears. Now release the left big toe. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Move the weight into the left foot and see if you can come up with the right heel. See if you can hold on to the bottom of your foot with both hands. Otherwise, you can hold on to the lower leg. See if you can bring the belly and thigh together. And then start looking down to the floor, maybe placing the forehead onto the shin bone. Slowly come out. Release the foot, find your balance, and gently land it down. Forward fold once again. Step your hands all the way under your feet, palms facing the ceiling. And then you can massage the wrists a little bit with the toe tips. Lengthen forward first and then bend down over your legs. Think about the belly button moving to the spine. Think about the torso and legs coming together. Then release the hands. Take your peace sign fingers, your index and middle finger, around the left big toe. Right hand to right hip. Switch the weight into the right foot and see if you can come up with the left leg now. Find your balance and then hold on either around your calf or if you're flexible, hold around the bottom of the foot. Bring the belly and thigh together first and then see if you can look down to the floor. Maybe the forehead touches the shin bone. And if you fall out, try to come back into the pose. Slowly let go, keep the leg where it is and land it down gracefully. Good. Now, bring your hands in front of your feet, underneath your own shoulders. Bend the knees, let the heels pop up. Bend the knees towards your upper arms and bend the elbows. See, now lean the weight into the top of the head and see if you can float up maybe one toe, maybe two toes, and maybe you lengthen out the elbows and come to crane. Otherwise, same crow. Bend the elbows. Think about the heels moving up to your own buttocks. You can step back or you can try to shoot back both feet at a time. Land in chaturanga. And then go through your up dog and down dog. Look forward. And you can do tuck jump up into your handstand once again, or just step forward. Now bend the knees. Let's do a little twist and let's do side crow on both sides. Heels are off the floor. Reach the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Hands in the floor next to your mat, and then lean, top of the head leaning over to the other side, and then the feet can maybe reach up and away from the floor. Gently bring your feet back, and then you have to change over to the other side. A little gentle twist first. Reach the elbow to the outside of the knee, maybe the upper arm. Hands in line with the mat. And see if you can lead the top of the head over to the right. And reach the toes off the floor. When you're ready, land the feet back down. Feet together at the front of the mat. Palms together. Reach up and over. And palms together at the front of the chest. Now I want to work a little bit more on the hip flexor, and I want to use a wall to support me. So for the next one, you can take your mat close to the wall. That will help a lot for your knee. And then step one knee close to the wall, the foot up against the wall. Now come up with the torso, find the balance, and then you have to find the distance where your hip can start leaning down. You can keep your balance. Now here, start to reach up. You can reach straight up. Think about the center of the chest reaching to the ceiling. You can also start reaching to the wall with the index finger and looking at the back wall as well. Then maybe take the fingertips and stretch through the elbows. Try to reach the palms to the wall and straighten the elbows once again so the hips moves forward. Maybe you can walk your hands down and try again. Slowly come up. Bring the hands back to the floor. Now change to the other side. Bring the other knee to the wall. Foot in front. And then here, you can also hold behind the lower back. Just reach the hip forward and down. You can reach up. Maybe bring your hands together. Index fingers start reaching to the back wall. Look at the back wall as well. Maybe try to bring your fingertips to the wall. Stretch through the elbows. Maybe reach the palms to the wall. Maybe walk the hands down. Once again, push through the arms so that the hip sinks deeper. The top of the head starts to reach to the toes. You can keep walking down. Work as long as you want. Eventually reach up through the arms and bring them back to the floor to release. Now, sit down in between your heels on the outside. And then you can take a cushion under your seat. If this is too much, be gentle with your knees. And then slowly you can reach the hands back. Maybe walk down to your elbows. Let the top of the head reach to the floor. Or maybe even land the whole spine down and hold the elbows over the top of the head. To come out, bring the hands to the heels, elbows close to the torso. Think about the center of the chest reaching up as you push into the elbows. And then you can use your hands to come up. Come all the way to standing. And then let's do a poppy stretch on the wall. One arm length away, toes pointing forward, heels under your hips. Then reach the hands up and think about bringing the center of the chest into the wall. If this is too much for you, you can also just bring the forehead. Otherwise, chin and chest, and possibly the throat as well. If it's not really intense, you don't feel it over the shoulders, bend the knees and slide your chest and arms down. Now think about the chest staying in that place and then stretch the legs. Come out slowly, release. Now working into our forearm balance. If you don't have the balance in the center of the room, you can use a wall and work on the split legs first. Now, for forearm stand, it's very important that the elbows are not too wide, only under your shoulders, and you can measure it by holding around your elbows. Hands to the front. I like to keep the thumbs together. Then tuck the toes under, reach the hips up as high as you can. Walk the feet close, split one leg up, do a little jump, and catch the wall. Look in between the forearms. See if you can come to the big toe on the foot on the wall. Maybe start to catch the balance off the wall. If you master the balance with the split legs, then you can start to bring the legs together. Balancing in one line. To come down, just split one leg at a time and land. Good. Now the next exercise, you can also use the wall, but I also want to work on it away from the wall, but the same mathematics. Reach one toe to the wall at a time. Let the wall help you find the balance, and then you work away from the wall. Working a little bit into Scorpio, set your forearms up, elbows underneath your shoulders. Walk the toes close, split one leg up. Find the balance first, and then you can bend the knees. Start looking to your fingertips or to the front of the mat, and then move the back leg front, toes together, and start reaching the top of the head up towards your toes. You can keep the knees apart, or you can also close them. Work on bringing your chest through
top of the head reaching to the toes. When you want to come out, splitting one leg can help with balance and come down safely. You can take a child pose for rest. Now the next one, I want to work a little bit more on the reach with the Scorpio. If you have blocks or books, you can stack them on the wall so there's something to reach for. Or if you have a yoga Dharma yoga wheel, you can also use that. Then I hold on to the wheel and the wheel touches the wall. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Kick one leg up. Boop. Find the balance. And then I try to look for my wheel, and I also try to reach the foot to the wheel as well. If one toe lands, then step onto it, and then you can reach the other toe down as well. Now the feet are quite far down, and I try to bring the chest through now. Think about my eyes looking forward. Hold it as long as you can. But remember to save energy to come out. You can go to child pose once again. Roll up through the spine. Then let's work on Scorpio, but with handstand. So handstand, all the same exercises. If you're working on the balance, you can work on split legs, then collecting them. But I want to go straight to my handstand Scorpio. Hands under my shoulders, and I kick one leg up. Catch the wall, and then I think about both big toes, top of the feet, being on the wall. Now I try to move the chest through and looking at the wall. Straighten through the elbows, push up through the shoulders, and I can try to reach the top of the head up towards my toes. Then maybe push into the fingertips and try to find the balance off the wall. Whoop. Yeah, didn't really work today. But then at least you tried the shape. And then you can always try in the center of the room to find the balance. Split legs, legs together, or with your Scorpio. So try one round, finding the balance off the wall, or one more time with the wall. Move slow. When you want to come out, split one leg. All right, child pose. Alright, let's fold forward. Did quite a lot of back bends now. Reach both feet forward. Now, bend one knee, sole of the foot to the inner thigh, Janu Shirshasana. Hold around your shin, around the ankle, or maybe even hold your wrist under the sole of the foot, and then plant the forehead into the shin. Reach from the top of the head down through the spine. To come out, bring the hands under the shoulders and roll up. Change the legs. Sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Relax the knee down to the side. Slowly walk the hands down. Maybe to the lower leg, maybe to the ankle, maybe underneath the foot. You can interlock the fingers if you're very flexible. Hold one wrist, reach the elbows to the ground, and then reach through the top of the head, the forehead to the shin bone, tailbone reaching backwards. To come out, bring the hands under the shoulders and roll up. Now butterfly legs, bring the soles of the feet together. You can hold around the top of the feet and wiggle the knees up and down. And then slowly start folding to the front. If your hips are very tight, you can do a variation. Heels forward and then try to bring the forehead and heels together. Otherwise, heels close to your seat and then reach forward. Even if your sit bones come off the floor, try to bring the forehead to the ground on the other side. Let the legs just hang in their own weight. Think about reaching for the top of the head and the tailbone. Eventually, the sit bones will sink back into the floor. And slowly bring the hands back under the shoulders, roll up. Spine will twist to end. You can bend the left knee, heel to your left buttocks, and then try to bring the right heel into half lotus. If that's too much for your knee, you can also take the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, and then hold the left hand over the knee and twist, look over the right shoulder. If you're doing the half lotus, see if you can do the bind. Reach the right arm around. You can also take a strap around. Hold the strap on the foot. Otherwise, see if you can reach to the big toe. Hold the top of the foot, and then the back of the hand to the outside of the right knee, and look over the right shoulder.
You can close the eyes here. Imagine a spiral going up through the spine. Slowly release. Stretch the legs to the front. You can wiggle them a little back and forth. Then bend the right knee, heel to the right buttocks. And then either easy variation, the sole to the inner thigh, reach to the outside of the left knee and twist. Otherwise, half lotus. Left ankle to the right knee. You can lean forward, reach the left arm around the back. Hold on to the big toe and then come back up to center. Twist over to the left. And close the eyes once again. Slowly come back to center. Then lay down on your back, Shavasana. Make sure you're comfortable. If the light is bothering you, you can place something over the eyes. You can place something under the knees. Maybe take a blanket if it's a cold day. Let the hands relax, the feet flop open to the side. Let the mind now travel through the body. Think about collecting all the best positivity into the body. So you can experience healing and recharging through this relaxation. Bring all your attention into the left arm. Whole arm lying on the floor. Left leg. Right arm. Everything about the arm, the fingers, and the hand, forearm, upper arm, and shoulder. Whole right arm. Right leg. Torso now. Start at the pelvic floor, move up. Abdomen, solar plexus, heart, collarbone, throat, face, Let the jaw relax, cheeks sinking down. Bring your focus to the top of the head. Slowly start to bring your attention back into the whole body. Take 2 long breaths. Fill the air into the lungs. Let them expand to full capacity. And exhale. 2 times, 1 more. And then roll over to the right side of the body. And come all the way up to a seated position. You can keep the eyes closed. You can think about something that you're grateful for. Maybe think about how you can contribute to your community. How you can help someone. If you'd like to join me, you can finish the practice by whispering Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That was the end of the practice. So I've been wanting to deepen my forearm and handstand scorpio, so I need to elongate my hip flexors. That was some of the exercises specifically we're working on today. And then being able to reach my toes a little bit deeper was another essential exercise I wanted to get to. So I hope you enjoyed some of it or all of it, and if you followed along, happy to have you with me.